Welcome to Bill's Bridge Corner, Sunday, January 26th, 2014, Class 95, Duplicate versus IMPS, Part 3, the competition. This is the third and final in a series of comparison of duplicate versus imp. Yes, it's a different game. The third case why it's a different game is the competition itself. Let's look at some examples. You and the opponents compete for a contract. This is your hand. You are the dealer. Both sides are vulnerable and the bidding proceeds. One heart by you, one spade by your left-hand opponent. Your partner bids 2 hearts. Right-hand opponent bids 2 spades. Pass, pass. Your partner goes on to 3 hearts, and all pass. You're at 3 hearts. The opening lead is a king of spades, and partner lays out the dummy. Here's the dummy. Well, let's analyze the hand, but part of the analysis has to be what will the opponents do, not only what will we do. That is what the competition is. Let's see. How should we play the hand? First of all, I would bid 3 hearts with partner's hand. That's why I like Bergen raises, because it applies the law of total tricks and makes it more difficult for the opponents to get in. But that being said, we're at a decent contract. Let's apply the law. We have 9 hearts, so 3 hearts is the right contract. So it says, so the law says. How do we fare at 3 hearts? Well, let's see. We should get 5 heart tricks. We should get 2 diamonds. And if we guess the diamond finesse right, we could get 3 or even 4. So our results could be anywhere from down 2 to making the contract. Down 2 is minus 200. Don't stop there. What can the opponents make in spades? We have to consider the opponents as well when we decide how we're going to play the hand. Yes, this is a complex subject. Here's the hand again. The opponents will get 5, possibly 6 spades, depending on if they have 6 spades in one hand or the other. And they're going to get 4 clubs. Depending on the distribution in hearts and diamonds, they could get even more. They should make 3 spades, perhaps even 4. Well, let's compare scores at duplicate. If they make 3 or even 4, that's 140 or 170. That's what most pairs would do. We're at hearts. So if we go down 2 tricks, that is not acceptable. Going down 1 will win close to a top score because they didn't go to 3 spades. So we have to play it safe, quote unquote, and see how we can hold it to down 1. Down 1 should be a good score. If we make it, even better, but we can't go down 2. That's guaranteed disaster. Okay? How do we plan the play? West wins the first 2 spades, then returns a 10 of hearts to the queen, and West follows. Now what? Well, we have no heart losers, we know that. Here's the hand again. We cash the ace king of hearts, and West discards 2 spades. So the hearts split 3-1. What does that mean? Your opponents would have made 3 or 4 spades, but they only have 1 heart loser. They'd rough the second heart. So they'd make at least 3 spades, possibly 4. Now, if one hand has only 2 diamonds, they'd only lose 2 diamond tricks. So they could easily make 4. So we have to play safe. We need to lead clubs, let them take their club tricks. After the clubs and spades are gone and the trump are gone, they have to break the diamonds or give you a rough slough. Either way, you hold it to down 1 and you will get a decent score. Down 1 is close to a top board. Do not try to guess the diamonds. If you guess the diamond right, you could actually make the contract. But if you don't, you'll be wrong and you will get a 0. Play safe in this hand. Let's consider the same hand, but this time we're in 4 hearts instead of 3. It's a different story. The good news is we weren't doubled. With the identical play to the first 3 tricks, would you play differently? The answer is absolutely. Why? Well, we need to be even more diligent now. We need to take risks because we weren't doubled, but if we go down 2 or tricks, which is quite likely at 4 hearts, we're in trouble. So we need to pick up the diamond suit. The opponents haven't tackled clubs yet. If they had, it would have been a moot point, but they haven't tackled the clubs yet. If we can win 4 diamond tricks, we can hold it to down 1, and this would be a top, or close to a top. Guess wrong, and we're down 3 and guaranteed 0. We'll probably get a 0 anyway. So what do? If you play safe, you're down 2. You got to go for the gold. You got to guess the diamonds. Your guess is good as mine, but go for it. Half the time you'll do well, and half the time you won't. It's better than guaranteeing a bottom. Before we leave the subject of duplicate versus imps, I'm going to put in my 2 cents on the subject of should I play standard or 2 over 1. There was a series in the ACBL magazine about a year ago comparing 2 over 1 versus standard. And here's my opinion based upon articles plus my own personal experience. The debate of 2 over 1, my 2 cents worth. You can take it or leave it as you wish. 2 over 1. It's a great system designed to find the best game or slam contract. It's focused on game and slam, not on part scores. It is less flexible, and sometimes you get in some strange part score contracts that are not the greatest. On the other hand, standard has just the opposite effects. It's tougher to arrive at optimal game or slam contracts. You can, but you have to use some rather tricky conventions like force-suit forcing and other specialized things to arrive at optimal game or slam contracts. But on the other hand, you're less likely to get into these goofy 2 club, 2 diamond, or part score contracts at standard. Looking at the big picture, missing 1 or 2 imps at a part score contract doesn't mean much at imps. It means a lot at duplicate. My conclusion, use the 2 over 1 system for total points games such as imps or rubber bridge, but for duplicate, use standard system. That's my 2 cents, and that's what my opinion is. Take it or leave it. We've finished the comparison of duplicate versus imps, and now we're going to get into a new subject, brand new subject, rather lengthy one. Keycard Blackwood. Beginning of a 9-part series on Keycard Blackwood, a rather complex convention. You can carry it as far or as short as you want. Enjoy it. See you tomorrow.